Oops.
Yeah, wasn't it?
It's between 4 and 1.
That'll be on SNL on Saturday night.
Yeah, it will. Right there with Will Smith.
Are you gonna try another hookup?
I am.
Maybe that was
I
dead.
think that's actually a network connection. I was trying to
Where are
do
you-
that.
or what are you
live
looking
wire,
at?
Oh,
Same
okay.
thing.
Maybe,
It's right at the border
Oh.
of the new, or the, yeah, there you are. Yep.
So if we get going, then Ann can say,
So,
we are gathered here at this moment
That sliver, yep.
with nobody around except
So-
one citizen.
Who will remain nameless.
Should we
Can't
pass the
tell from
Kleenex?
this
We
map.
can all
No.
cry.
what he's doing with-
But,
Are you on the same map I am?
well, this is just
Yeah.
the PDF.
Again, I'll do a
What's
little
Right.
performance.
that
I mourn,
blue dotted line?
I mourn the loss of my
Just a
constituents to another
precinct.
district.
Borders.
Farewell.
So this is, I think this is
Bye-bye, County
updated though,
Road
Brady. I think
14.
it's,
It is.
yeah, it's just the live version or whatever.
Yep. What are you
This
gonna
one,
do?
this is not the PDF, this is now the link.
Speaking of, oh,
'Cause I
And
do,
so
I do
to me, it looks like it's
feel bad
still,
about having those folks.
It's just
still
the
in
way
This is the
one.
way it works.
And that's what this looks like too. There's that SNA.
Meanwhile,
But
Dave's
this
not
makes
done.
me
he's
think,
still,
No, this is the
Tinkering.
new section. Yeah, this, what this says is like
Okay.
change from District 1 to District 4.
Yeah,
I see, I see.
yeah, that doesn't look, he
You haven't
he
sent
doesn't
it
have
out?
a
Wrong
cross
district over
down
here.
there, so that's.
the maps
still
are
sitting
printed.
Yeah,
Too late.
So that would be an easy fix. Get through a couple of those things.
That look
yeah,
any better?
there's 3 of them.
No.
There's that one, and then right by Trout Lake Road.
what did I had
That-
trouble with
that little
something
skinny
the other day
one?
I was trying to do.
And then this one here, all
Talked to a few
zeros.
people who said the storm really knocked their Wi-Fi
Oh.
sideways.
Oh, is there a little section over on the other
I
side of Trout Lake
actually,
Road?
my son wound
It's-
up, my tech guy.
Yeah, it's,
And came up to the
Part of
house
one
and redid
is in,
our
on the
computer.
west side of Trout Lake Road. It's
Everything.
zero
Everything on,
population.
everything
Bonkers
on the
from
west,
going on and
yeah,
off and
everything
on
on
and
the
on.
west
we go
side
to
of
my
Trout Lake
office
Road,
and
I
get all
thought
the
was,
network
Oh,
to see if I have
Four.
better luck there.
okay.
No,
So-
it's just 2 little slivers,
back
and the
sometime.
slivers follow the waterway,
Well,
whatever
Jeremy
that
was,
is,
I'm
so-
sure, pretty busy too.
But if the rest
It
of
was,
it follows.
it literally
Right, and that was
changed.
kind of what we were
We were
aiming
going for.
yeah.
Just even, I had
yeah,
a
I
few
had
things
never
on my
even driven on
desktop
Trout Lake
that
Road
Well,
until I
yes,
went out to visit.
switched
We
to
want to
the
make it
Google
as easy,
Docs.
when they're all
Like the-
zeros, you want to.
everyone-
Yeah.
On Trout Lake.
I didn't know
I
what
drove
that-
out there and I
Put
knew
it
that
in
it
even
came out
happened.
we
And,
checked.
SVRS
and I
system
told
for
James
defining
my-
it.
And it was.
Roads are easier to
Laptop
define.
time
Weeks later, I
change.
had a medical call out.
Okay.
And I took
Really?
it in
In the
for
middle
an
of the night,
update,
and I
figuring
knew
it
exactly
would
how to
be
get there.
fixed,
Otherwise,
fixed when I got the
really wouldn't.
update.
District thing.
No?
Didn't,
For
so he showed me a
election
way to reset it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
So
I've
we take the
learned
redistricting.
Yeah, really.
But yeah,
Recode it.
everything going
So-
on and off, just.
So you're saying
Yeah,
this
my
will be-
computer with not
these will be
being
easy?
here, and then with the electrical
system,
shock
or
It gets,
that it went into,
it's
mine was
just
all
easier to
goofy,
do
so I brought
when
it in
you're defining them
yesterday.
on.
Oh, yeah?
And
It
he
took
said,
a-
oh,
it
I know
took-
exactly
That's
what
how
it
the
is,
whole
boom, boom,
system
boom.
Okay.
Defines
You
it.
know
Some
what?
places,
Yeah, it kind
it
of
doesn't
makes you
even
wonder
matter
what,
up there.
what happened.
Um,
Well, I know our power went off 12
If there are no
times.
roads,
Yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't
gosh,
get defined
when that
in the
last one was
SVRS
happening,
system.
ours, I
You gotta
can't
have a
tell you
road.
how many times. I
Ah.
started to get a little worried.
I
know
quit
that-
setting
I
the
know that-
clocks and
well, I've
the
got a
stove
generator,
and-
you know, an automatic generator, but after it started like the third or fourth time, I started to want, within, you know,
Well, that's
because
all I
when the
can
power
find is
comes
those
back, then
three.
it does a
Yeah.
cool down period and it shuts off. Well, it seemed like it was cycling enough. I was like, I wonder how many times it will
I
decide to
can't
start
see any,
before it
but
just
he
says-
corrected one of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
Not doing it
I
anymore.
found
Yeah.
one of those little zeros, it might have been one of
So
those.
I'm
So,
looking
yeah,
at the
just
fire danger. I was thinking when we
On-
were on that
on
call
this
this
map, you
afternoon,
corrected.
there is so
On
much
this PDF.
dead, downed.
Oh, yeah.
Trout Lake.
From
And-
all the
and
storm,
as-
the winds and things? Yeah.
Yeah.
We have got so much
Actually,
fuel for a fire.
Yeah, I wonder if they are
So
all.
much more than we did.
Yeah.
Well, the one on the.
Oh, that
on the
one is
bottom
no.
is
Greenwood,
not.
This one
Greenwood,
here isn't.
Area,
But he got,
when I was down there, you can
Well,
tell that,
because this is Trout
they
Lake.
call it
Oh, and this one's
spruce
not either.
budworm
This
or
one
Yeah.
here.
large
And this one
areas
here.
up there. That,
Well, and
it
we have
was
a-
very,
Let's
it was
switch over
very
screens now.
susceptible in that region. We've got some of that up in
Here,
certain areas up
yeah.
around in my district.
Well, and we have it here in town. I've
Yeah.
got it up that way.
That one there,
Yeah,
and that
but
one there. I'm
they
going back
really
to
did
this now.
have a large area
That one
through
there.
many
Well-
areas.
That one there.
And all it takes is one of those to get the fire really hot enough to start
Oh,
to
yeah.
build, to
Right.
catch the healthy trees on fire.
Yeah.
Because this
I
is
know
Trout
there
Lake
was a,
Road.
Mhm.
they were talking about a lawsuit
I thought we had done that.
related to a private landowner.
True.
Well, I thought we did.
Talked about that. Yeah, I thought we had.
We're live?
We've been live the whole time. Well, we're talking about home births and all that,
I don't think they'd be happy knowing I was telling
so.
stories.
No, I'm talking about my home birth.
All right, that's right. Yeah, we can go.
Go, as in?
Yes. We-
We got formally bring us to order so we can,
All right.
good luck, Ann.
Oh, goodness. All right, it is 6:25, and we are calling our public hearing to order. Now, we do have live stream, and we appreciate everyone's patience. So I'm going to turn this over to Brady.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So we're here to have a public hearing to look at the precincts that we approved, the county board approved at the last meeting, March 22nd. And those are now set, and they're on the map. There's a map that is scrolling through those precincts and then insets of the smaller areas around the city. And then we have live map, or paper maps here in the room also. So we've approved those precincts. The next step is for the county board to put those together into commissioner districts. In most areas of the state, the precincts are created by towns, cities, and we don't have any part in that. But in our case, we've been working hard on figuring out most of these precincts ourselves, since they're in unorganized areas, and it's the county's responsibility to do that. So people have been watching this. It's going to be very redundant if you've been following along. So we actually created the precincts with in mind how we might put them together into commissioner districts. And what you see on the screen is actually both. You see the precinct lines in blue, but then you also see the commissioner districts, how we intended them so that they were contiguous, compact, and as equal as we could get them, given all those constraints of census blocks that the federal government gives us. So I guess we could review a little bit what we did on March 22nd. So we created a new precinct. We broke up District 4 into 3 precincts, one called, we still have Maple Hill, and we have Gunflint, and now we have Colville, because now it contains the part of District 4 that went down to the Gunflint, expanded to the east, and now it contains all of what was Colville, including the town hall. And it goes up to Pine Mountain Road, where that connects to the Gunflint Trail. And so that's the essence of it, that we have to approve this by April 26th. We can't do it at this meeting because there's 3 notices that have to be published, and we're in the middle of that publication period, and then we can approve this on the 26th. So we can take live comments from the people in attendance, and people could send us comments also, I presume, that we could consider. Between now and April 26th. And the board could, we have looked at this configuration, and the board could consider other configurations also.
Well, I know I appreciate the work our committee has done. Is there anything either Commissioner Hawkins or Commissioner Mills you would like to add to this discussion?
Well, thank you, Madam Chair. There's 3 small tweaks that I would like to suggest. And it really is of no consequence, population-wise, hopefully not for the precincts, or, I mean, I guess it will change somewhat, but
We'll change the lines
not necessarily.
slightly.
Yeah,
It will not change any numbers.
yeah.
Actually, the tweaks you're talking about, to move them from rivers, where the census block may have been, to a road, will make it easier for us in the election system for coding these areas, defining them.
So it'll make it easier, and it'll bring me more peace of mind.
And that's what we're concerned.
I think that's a good idea.
Thank you. And just for everyone's reference, it's 2 small 0 population blocks off of, they're on the west side of Trout Lake Road. And they're currently as District 1 in the proposal. And then it would move them into District 4. And again, there's 0 population. That's where 2 of them are. And the third one is at the bottom of East 14. It is currently being proposed as District 1, but it extends further to the west, so it, in my mind, makes more sense to have that be in District 4. Again, 0 population. It's part of that new SNA that we had designated.
Right.
So, seems minor, but hey, but it makes Brady's life easier.
It seems very reasonable.
Courtney's
It really
life,
does.
actually.
Oh, okay. Well,
Very
there.
truthful.
Even better.
Yeah.
All right.
And just, if you've listened before, just to remind people that they will get notice of which precinct they're in, whether it's a new precinct, whether it's the old precinct. So we'll send notices out to everyone after this is approved. So there'll be something coming in the mail, so.
Well, and the only other thing I'd say too is, and this is repetitive from what we talked about at the other board meeting, is just that we were trying to, do what was required of us with making districts even, but then also trying to use our knowledge of the area with what makes sense for neighborhoods, keeping neighborhoods intact when at all possible, and following roads, because that's how most people identify where they live or where we live and that sort of thing, and to try to keep things as smooth as possible. So it was a really good process, and I really appreciate Brady's assistance and advice, and Commissioner Hawkins as well had really good map knowledge, and yeah, it was just a good process.
Yeah, I think it makes some improvements on last time in making District 2 particularly more compact by going a little bit north, whereas it would have been easy to gain those additional people to her district that was required in her case by continuing to go east, which would have made it an elongated district. So just fits the guidance that we're supposed to follow. And the numbers currently are District 1 under this configuration is 1,104 is the population. District 2, 1,096. District 3, 1,146. District 4, 1,116. And District 5, 1,138. So it's a pretty tight numbering group. It's as close as you can get, I think. Very close to what you can get, given that it's kind of an art because the numbers have already changed. This is from roughly April of 2020, and we know what the changes going on. The population has already changed, and it's going to change throughout the next 10 years. And it doesn't tell you who's going to vote. That's the other thing that people might when they see election results, they'll say, well, those aren't equal districts, but that's, turnout varies a lot in our precincts, and we can't take that into consideration. It's equal representation. Whether someone goes to the polls or not, they get represented the same. So it's their choice whether they use it, but you have to represent it the same.
Well, I think we've done a good job of discussing all the options, and clearly the committee has done great work in putting these maps together, very thoughtful consideration, and I just believe we should see what feedback we get up prior to the 26th, and then at that point, make a decision. So I hope that our community will send us emails and let us know what they think.
I found another small
No,
twig.
you can't do that
This
one.
one here,
No.
because that's the Gunflint Trail. We don't need to. That's-
I think he's teasing us. I think he's teasing.
No, he's not. But that one, I
We'll let go.
yep. Because I like the straight line.
Okay. Yep,
And that will never, ever get developed.
right.
All right, well, without any further ado, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Madam Chair, I will motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Commissioner Swallison. Is there support?
Support.
Thank you, Commissioner Storley. We have motion and support. All in favor? Aye. All right, we have concluded our public hearing. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's where the dog pound should go.
Oh.
Is it?